Hi, if you're watching this video, you're watching the video on integers and BEDMAS. This video will talk about the BEDMAS rules as they're applied to integers. In the previous unit, we talked about BEDMAS rules applied to fractions. Now we're going to use integers. So the same rules apply, but you got to remember the specific rules for multiplying and dividing integers as well, right? Negative times a negative is positive. Negative divided by negative is positive because there's two negatives. Negative times positive is negative, and negative divided by positive is negative, because you only have one negative, so your answer will be negative, right? So as long as you take your time, follow the BEDMAS rules, and remember your integer rules, this will be relatively easy. So an example here would be negative 1 times negative 7 minus negative 2 plus 10 minus 12 divided by 4. That looks really hard, right? Well, we're going to follow BEDMAS. Now, there are certain exceptions to BEDMAS, and you should know BEDMAS by now. You should know BEDMAS, because we've done this grade 6, 7, and 8, right? Do I have brackets? Yeah, but they're only one number, so I can't do anything with them. Exponents. Do I have any powers? No. Division. I have division. However, I also have multiplication. Now, there is a special thing about BEDMAS. Division and multiplication can be used interchangeably, right? So if you see division and multiplying, you can go with either one you want first, right? You could start here, or you could start here. So I'm going to start with multiplication, because even though in BEDMAS, division comes first, it has the same priority, right? These two, D and M, the DM, has the same level of importance. So you could even do BEMDES, right? You could go BEMDAS. Doesn't matter. D and M have the same importance. You could do either one. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go left to right. Okay, well, I'm going to do this first part, right? I have negative 1 times negative 7. Well, negative times a negative is positive. So 7 times 1 is 7. So I bring the 7 down, right? I bring the 7 down, and then I bring the rest of the equation down. 7 minus negative 2 plus 10 minus 12 divided by 4, right? I'm not doing the whole thing at once. I'm doing one piece at a time. So now what? Well, again, I do BEDMAS. Do I have brackets? Not really. Do I have exponents? No. Do I have division? Yes. So I do division, right? So then I jump over onto this side, right? So I take this equation and I do this part, 12 divided by 4. Well, 12 divided by 4 is 3, so I bring it down. So now I have 7 minus negative 2 plus 10 minus 12 divided by 4 is 3. Now what? Well, in BEDMAS, even though addition comes first, you can use subtraction as well. So when we look at BEDMAS, again, it doesn't really matter which one you do first for DM and AS, right? As long as you do either D or M before you do A or S. So addition and subtraction, it could be BEDMSA, right? A and S, addition and subtraction can be used any which way. So for me, I can go left to right. Now, it doesn't matter. You could have just started here. You could have just started here. But I'm going to go left to right. Okay? So I'm going to go 7 minus negative 2 plus 10 minus 3. Okay, well, 7 minus negative 2, right? I'm taking away negatives, so I'm going up. So 7 minus negative 2 is basically like adding 2, so I get 9 here. So I bring the rest down. Now I have 9 plus 10 minus 3. Right? I'm just bringing it down. I did this part first, brought that down, and I brought the rest down. Now I have 9 plus 10 minus 3. 9 plus 10, right? 9 plus 10 is 19. 19 minus 3 is 16. Now, what if we didn't know that the plus and minuses were not equal, right? What if we didn't know that? Well, let's do this. Negative 2 plus 10. Okay, well now we have 8. 7 minus 8, right? 7 minus 8 is negative 1. And then minus negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. We get a different answer. So if you were to start here when you did your addition and subtraction, right? If you were to start with the addition, you would have gotten the wrong number. So you need to know that if you have division or multiply in the same question, you can either do division or multiply in any order. Now, typically you want to go left to right. So if you have division and multiply, if your multiply was more on the left, you do the left one, you do multiply. For addition and subtraction, if you have both of those like we did here, if addition is on the left, or if subtraction is on the left, you do what's on the left first. All right, so that's a bit tricky, but we're going to try a few of these questions. All right, so try BEDMAS with these questions. All right, hopefully you pause the video because we're going to start solving these. We have negative 12 plus 6, 4 times negative 12 plus 6 divided by 3. So BEDMAS. B-E-D-M-A-S. Oops, A-S. Okay, I have brackets, right? Minus 12 plus 6, so I'll do that first. So I have 4 minus 12 plus 6, well, that's negative 6, right? Because I have a large negative and I'm adding positives, divided by 3. Now I have multiplying, because next to brackets means multiplying, and divided by 3, right? But remember, multiplying and dividing share the same priority, so I start on the left. 4 times 6, right? 4 times 6 is 24. There's only a negative, so I go negative, right? Then I divide by 3. Negative divided by positive is negative, so I know my answer is going to be negative. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So my answer should be negative 8. Let's see if we could solve it by not going to the left, right? So not doing it the way I did it. Instead of going left to right, we're just going to follow BEDMAS thoroughly. Negative 6 divided by 3, right? Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2 times 4. So in this case, it did work, which would give us negative 8. Sometimes it doesn't, so you want to be careful about that. All right, 6 squared plus negative 14 divided by 2 minus negative 8. That looks crazy hard, right? BEDMAS. B-E-D-M-A-S. Okay, brackets. Not really a bracket, it's one number, so whatever. Exponents. This is an exponent because it has that little 2 there. So 6 squared is 36. So I'm going to write 36 plus negative 14. See, I'm just going to write down the equation. Don't be lazy. Write down the equation. Right? Okay, so now I have 36 plus negative 14 divided by 2 minus negative 8. Do I have any more brackets besides that one? Exponents? Nope. Division. Well, I have a division here. So I'm going to do the division here. So now I have 36, so I'm going to write down 36, right? Because I'm not doing anything there. Plus, what's negative 14 divided by 2? Well, 14 divided by 2 is 7, but I only have one negative symbol, so I take negative, and then I write the rest. Right? Okay, now I have addition and subtraction. Well, if I have addition and subtraction, and that's all I have left, right? I go left to right. 36 plus negative 7, right? So I'm adding negatives to a positive, so my number is going to go down, even though I'm adding, right? So I get 29, right? So I'm doing this part here, right? And then minus 8. So I put the bracket there to denote that it's not just one big minus, it's negative 8. So I'm taking away negatives. So I'm basically adding, right? So the answer should be 37, right? Take it 2 numbers at a time. All right, let's do this big one and see if we can solve this one. This one looks hard, right? Well, we follow BEDMAS again. Brackets, here. Okay, now I have exponents here, so I know that that's going to be 16. Okay. Now, I'm going to go brackets again because I'm going to finish off these brackets. So now minus 6 times 8 minus 16 plus 2, right, is not negative, it's 18, right, is 18 plus 72 divided by 8. All right, and that's times, not plus. Okay, so now I have division and multiplying in the same question. So I go left to right because multiplying and dividing have the same priority. So 6 times 8, right? But keep in mind, you have a negative, right? So 6 times 8 is 48, but I only have one negative. So it's a negative. Minus 18 plus 72 divided by 8. See how I'm doing two numbers at a time? I did this part and then brought that in there and then rewrote the question. Then I did this part, and that's a multiply. Sorry, it looks really messy. Multiply. And it became this part. So minus 48 minus 18 plus 72 divided by 8. Well, I have division. So I do my division. See how I'm jumping around by following BEDMAS? Right? So now I do my division here. So 72 divided by 8 is 9. Plus 18 minus 48. So now I have negative 48 minus 18 plus 9. So if I have negative 48 minus 18, I end up with minus 66. So I end up with minus 66 plus 9, right? And so then I'd end up with, because I'm adding positives to negative, right? My negative number goes down. So I get negative 57. And that should be my answer. All right, this one, a little bit easier. Brackets, exponents, right? So negative 9 times negative 9, because an exponent of 2 means I have two negative 9s, right? That's what it's saying. I have two negative 9s, and I'm multiplying. So when I multiply two negatives like that, right, 9 times 9 is 81. Negative and negative, what's positive? Times 3 divided by 6. So now I just go 81 times 3, right? Which is 243. And divide by 6. Right? Should be around 40 and a half. Right? So that's how you would solve these types of questions. So word problems with integers can involve positive and negative changes of certain things like money or temperature. For example, the daily low temperatures in Calgary for 5 days were -4, 1, -2, 1, and -6. What is the mean of these temperatures? Well, first off, we have this question and it's asking us for the mean. Well, what does mean mean? Well, mean is another word for average. How do you calculate average? This is something you've gone over before. The way you calculate average is by adding up all the results and dividing by the number of results. So you take up all these results you got here, -4, 1, -2, 1, and -6. You add them all up and divide them by the total number of results. So how many results do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I add them all up and divide by 5. Right? So -4 plus 1 plus -2 plus 1 plus -6 is -10. Okay, well, how many results do we have? We have 5 results. So we go -10 divided by 5, right? Negative divided by a positive, so 10 divided by 5 is 2. We only have one negative, so the answer will be negative. So -2. That means the average temperature, or the mean temperature, for the past 5 days was minus 2 degrees. Now, this is hard. If you got a little lost in the video, don't blame yourself because it is tricky. You got to keep track of these rules. You got to keep track of bed mass. The questions can get very large. But as long as you take the steps slowly, right? With this long one, I went brackets, did the brackets, wrote the equation, right? Then I did check for brackets again. Then I checked for exponents again. Then I checked for division and multiplication, right? And I saw I had multiplication and division on the same question. So I go left to right. And as you follow those rules, it should be easy, and just simple steps will solve complicated questions. Extra help can be found here on these pages. Please practice them. They will help you practice your skills with BEDMAS, as well as reinforce the rules for multiplying and dividing integers. Hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you next lesson.